My name is Emmanuel Sani Black. I'm from Nasarawa State, but my mom is from the Idoma nation. I was born and brought up in Idoma land. I'm 49 going to 50 now. I schooled in Benue. I started my career as an officer. I also started by reading very early. That showed me the light from what the darkness looks like. Because as a unified officer, I find myself in a lot of darkness. So somewhere, somehow, I discovered the light and I began to identify what I can do with people, do for people, and also see how I can improve and empower some of the youths in our society. Audu Emmanuel Sani Black is an accountant, but that I have to put aside to focus on the community development activities. Why? Because I discovered that most of us lack quality information on how to carry our activities or how to identify the resources we have in our immediate community to achieve more. Presently, Emmanuel Sani Black would work with Center for Peace and Rural Development, that is SEMPAD NGO, and Ember Promotions Nigeria. We started 21 years ago. It was just SEMPAD NGO and Ember, but presently, Ember and SEMPAD NGO have given birth to a lot of units. We have Ember Excellence Academy, which represents the IGA unit. IGA is income generating activity. We're talking about skill acquisition, what most of us know as skill acquisition. We've been able to streamline our activities. That we did after having our 1-week strategy plan. We identified those activities we're supposed to focus on because of the need assessment and baseline survey carried out in Nasarawa, Benue, and FCT. So we decided to focus more on the agricultural side. And under agriculture, we're working on fish farming, poultry, and snail farming. We also have cash crop. We try to educate our clients on how to carry out backyard farming, because we believe that if you have vegetable, you have fruits, you will survive. So presently, Ember Excellence Academy is working on fish farming, poultry, and snail farming. This is our office. We are here in Maraba, the outreach office, and our farm is located at Ado, that is Adokasa Road. Here we have our farm. We have different units in the farm. We have a lot of seasoned staff, we have volunteers, we have interns that we work with. But I must let you know that one thing that pushed us so far are the youths in our society, unemployment. So for that purpose alone, we try as much as we can to design an employability activities where we train and then we get support of our partners from the Nigerian German Center to support most of our youths here. They get starter pack, fish, plastic bowl, oven, feed, and that has gone a long way. And my happiness is a lot of Idoma youths, I said and I repeat again, from the onset of the project or program, a lot of Idoma youths have benefited from this program. Since 2018, a lot of Idoma youths. I can't count I should have lost count. That's my happiness. Even the last set I just graduated, out of 50, we have 5 Idoma youths. So you can imagine that for every training that takes place in this office, we have a lot of youths benefiting, and I'm happy that youths from my mother's community also benefit from this program. And that will go a long way to fight poverty in our society. Like I said, I was opportune to work as a unified officer, and that gave me the ground to go around, see communities, see other states, places I've not been to, based on transfers. And I also got the time to interact with people that I meet on a daily basis whenever I'm on transfer, whenever I close from work. And I started seeing that most of our youth were in a hurry. And those are now in a hurry, who are patient, don't have the skill. And those that have the skill don't have the resources. So I tried as much as I can to put all these assignments together to see how I can bring in 1 or 2 people that share the same value, the same vision, the same mission and goal with me so that we can find a lasting solution to this problem. I was actually motivated when I finally met with the then advisor to United Nations Population Fund in Nasarawa State. That was in 2000, Dr. Eiko, who interacted with me and decided to give me the opportunity to be trained. You know, you might have an idea, but since you don't have the capacity, you don't know how to communicate or how to go about finding solutions to problems. You alone cannot change the society. You alone cannot change the community. You must carry everybody along. So I was trained on community mobilization, advocacy, HIV prevention and management, IGA skills. So that really pushed me to start struggling, writing concept notes, writing expression of interest and proposals to donor agencies, NGOs, and other partners to see how we can change our community together, starting from Lafia, starting from Otukpo, and then FCT. I must tell you that the journey so far has been so beautiful. The way the youths are responding really helped, because when you start something and you see that you are not achieving anything, you just give up. I must thank God Almighty, who also give us the strength to go out and work and also identify where there are issues, where there are gaps, and how can also bridge those gaps. It has been so wonderful. The journey has been so beautiful. Without God's blessing and strength, I don't think it would have been possible, because we push. Where we are now, we work almost 24 hours, because in our farm, we hatch fish. So, like I said, without the youths responding, we wouldn't have been motivated to keep pushing and pushing. It has been so beautiful, and the response, the feedback has been so positive. Based on my environment where I was brought up by a mother that was always giving. May her soul rest in peace, late Ichemeta Obea. I grew up seeing her giving, paying school fees, people I don't know, those were not related to. She took care of them, provided for them, and she was always giving. And that, after thinking about what my mom used to do those days, and also looking at what I'm doing now, I decided to fuse them together. That gives me the heart, because one thing about the heart is giving. I don't have any other motive, not political motive, no. I'm doing it because it makes me happy. I'm doing it because when I see impacts, positive impacts, when I see you change, when I see you add, when I see people create ideas, it gives me joy. I know that, okay, this person have moved from point 1 to point 2. Even if the person wants to achieve point 10, it takes time to get to point 10, if that's the highest score. So if I see people move from point 1 to 2, I'm always encouraged. So I'm doing this because it gives me joy. Yeah. For the past 21 years, we have achieved a lot. But the most important ones are capacity building, training, enhancing skills, helping upcoming organizations on institutional capacity building by helping them to x-ray their value, their vision, their mission and goal. Now, let's look about training. In all the communities we've worked, we have been able to sit with the community members to design a baseline survey and draw out a strategic plan of about 2, 3, 4 to 5 years, where they can now sit together and discuss their own issue. That's one of the major achievements I know I want to keep in mind. Any community we go to, we carry out advocacy first, We see how the community accept the program or project. The community now claim ownership of the project, and there's room for sustainability even when we have gone. You see that any program we design in any community is still ongoing. If you go to where we have our youth that will train on fish farming, most of them have their farms now. They are growing their farms, their fish are growing, they are selling, they have good market. If you go to communities where we have intervention on HIV prevention and management, they have activities going on. If you go to communities where we have our Stepping Stone program, they have built schools, and these schools are being managed by both the state and the community, the state government and the community. That is joint partnership. If you go to a community where we roll out most of our health programs, where we have health centers like Obi and Akiana, you see that they are selling drugs. That's the revolving scheme program. These are programs we've done over like 8 years ago, but they are still selling. They are still revolving the drugs in the clinic, because these are some of the clinics we'll go to and we discover that they don't have drugs. So we do, with the support of our partners, like ActionAid, we buy drugs for them in partnership with them. They make the list and we procure drugs. Now they revolve it under the supervision of the health workers. So we have achieved a lot of activities, but I must say the key ones are capacity building. Because when you give someone knowledge, you've given all. Because quality information is key. If somebody don't have knowledge and you give the person all the resources in this life, the person will just squander the money. But building of capacities, enhancing of capacities is one of the key things I must say we have achieved. My message to the society is to tell everyone that want to start anything, no matter how big, no matter how small. My message is very simple. Start small, think big, and stay focused and safe. That is the only way you grow. And you must have a vision. It's very important. You must have a vision. Look at where you're coming from. Look at where you are now, and always think of where you're going to. As a champion, you don't give up. Champions don't give up. If you fail 30 times, you stand up and move forward. There's always hope. And like they say, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So that's just my message to the society. Think big and stay focused.